I've been putting off planning my side project's marketing strategy for 3 weeks. Not because I don't care, because it requires talking to a designer, a copywriter, and a web developer. Today, I finally tried Perplexity Computer, and I didn't have to talk to anyone. We're going to see if $200 a month can buy you the peace of mind of a solo operator. It's a premium price for a premium promise. Complete orchestration of your most tedious digital tasks. Let's look at what's under the hood. So here's the deal. Perplexity just launched something called Computer. It costs $200 a month, and it's basically a digital project manager. It coordinates 19 different AI models behind the scenes. It's not just one brain. It's a network of the best intelligence currently available on the market. From Claude to GPT 5.2, it switches between them based on the task at hand. You aren't paying for a chatbot, you're paying for an orchestrator. It handles the switching, the context, and the output quality, so you don't have to manually prompt 5 different windows just to get one result. You give it one goal, one sentence, and it breaks it down into subtasks, assigns each one to the best model, and works on it in the background for hours, sometimes days. No check-ins, no Slack messages, no status updates unless you ask. It's the ultimate silent partner for the focused mind. If you're the kind of person who hates delegating because explaining the task takes longer than doing it yourself, this is built for you. It understands the subtext. It doesn't need a project manager because it is the project manager. It takes the burden of the how off your plate, leaving you with only the what. Here's what I actually tested. I gave it this. Research the top 5 competitors in the AI photo editing space and analyze their landing pages. Write me a 3-page competitive brief, generate social media copy for a product launch, and build me a simple 1-page marketing site. 1 sentence. And I walked away. 15 minutes later, it had identified 5 competitors I hadn't even considered. It pulled pricing data and analyzed their messaging strategy. It flagged which ones were targeting enterprise versus consumer. The competitive brief was clean. Not perfect, but professional and well-structured. It's the kind of thing that would take a junior analyst a full day. It got about 80% right on the first pass. For 15 minutes of waiting, that's an incredible ratio. That's a full workday compressed into the time it takes to drink an espresso. This is where the $200 starts to make sense for a business. The social copy was more mixed. It generated 20 variations across LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Some were genuinely good, punchy, and on-brand. But a few felt generic, like it was writing for a company that sells solutions instead of actual products. That vague AI speak we've all come to recognize. The fix was easy. I added 1 line of context about our brand voice and ran it again. Second pass was noticeably better. It actually sounded like us. This is the key to working with Computer. You give the direction, it does the heavy lifting, and you do the final 20% of curation. Now the landing page. This is where it got interesting. Computer generated a functional HTML page with responsive design, feature cards, testimonials placeholder, and a call to action. Was it going to win any design awards? No, but the code was clean. I checked every line. It was better than what I could build from scratch in a weekend. For a prototype or a quick validation landing page, it's more than sufficient. It understands structure. It understands what a conversion-focused page needs. It's an architect that builds the skeleton so you can focus on the skin. What really impressed me was the coordination. It wasn't running these tasks one at a time. It parallelized everything in real time. While one model was doing the competitive research, another was generating copy, and a third was planning the site structure. The orchestration is the product. Now, what didn't work? The financial projections it tried to include in the brief were vague. It cited industry estimates without actual sources. I wouldn't trust it for numbers that need to be defensible. It can hallucinate confidence when it comes to specific market data it hasn't directly scraped. And the price, $200 a month. For Perplexity Max. That's not nothing. It's a serious investment for a single software subscription. If you're a solo creator doing this kind of multi-step work regularly, it probably pays for itself in the first week. It's an employee for the price of a dinner. But if you're using AI casually for chat and search, this is overkill. You don't buy a mainframe to check your email. Know what your time is worth. For the professional who spends 10 hours a week on research and drafting, it's an investment. For everyone else, it's a luxury you likely don't need yet. My verdict? Worth it, with a caveat. Perplexity Computer is the first AI tool I've used that actually feels like delegating to a competent junior employee, not a genius. not a replacement for your own expertise, but someone who can take a messy brief and come back with something 70 to 80% done. The caveat is the price and the learning curve. $200 a month means you need to use it seriously. And right now, it's only available on desktop web. No mobile yet. No API either, which limits automation for some. But for what it does today, this is the best implementation of multi-model orchestration I've seen, period. If you're the type who has 12 browser tabs open because you're trying to do research, writing, and design all at once, this is for you. If you're doing it alone because hiring someone requires interviewing them, and interviews are just meetings by another name, Computer is that person, except it doesn't need onboarding. It doesn't need a Slack channel. It doesn't need to circle back on anything. It just works while you focus on the vision. It works in the background while you do what introverts do best. Think. It's the digital quiet we've been waiting for in a world of noisy notifications. If this is the kind of review that saves you from watching 15-minute hype videos, subscribe. I test these tools so you don't have to sit through product demos. Next week, I'm testing whether AI can actually replace a virtual assistant for scheduling, the task every introvert dreads most. It's going to be a tough test. See you then. Stay quiet, stay productive. Perplexity Computer is just the beginning of this new autonomous era. Good night.